My hopes for Shack Jam dropping in price might be at the lowest right now. Down $100, there is a 10% off. I just don't think it's gonna get any lower even going into the 4th of July sales. Might be fate just telling me. Probably not gonna get Shack Jam this year. All right, we got a lot of ground to cover in a short amount of time. Today marks the eve of the NOD sale from Mac Games. Just received an email from them, up to 46% off. So the high anticipation here of exactly what we'll get from Mac Games, we'll find out as you're watching this. The sale will be going on. Hopefully it's gonna be better than what we kind of saw a little projection of. But you know, when you see up to 46% off, hopefully they just kind of increased the ALP just a little bit. Target has huge news going on right now. Currently a 10% deal happening, and then in just over a week, Circle Days is back for 7 days. July is starting to heat up. And with all the news, the sales coming up in the next week or so, I want to stop off at Half Price Books for a little nostalgia overload to see if there's any real deals happening for some retro vintage collectibles. And I'll go over all the facts with the Target deals happening, something that I didn't even think about yesterday when we were talking about the upcoming Prime Day. Check this out. Look at the Dig Dug. Yeah, I'm thinking at Games, this might be a sign. The Star Trek Next Generation right here. Could this take the place of the missing Mr. Sulu? It's never too early to start thinking about Christmas when you see Ninja Turtle Christmas ornaments. Check out the Emperor's Throne Room Vintage Kenner. I want to give a shout out to Mikey Yoon for giving me a heads up on the upcoming Circle Week, running July 7th through the 13th with savings up to 50% off of thousands of items. Just a quick rundown for July 7th, opening day of Circle Week, 2 a.m. Central Time, which is on a Sunday. More 50% off of deals on toys. We've been seeing some of that. Maybe it'll be across the board. 30% off of clothing, and then, you know, spend 50, spend 40, get the $15 Target gift card, get the $10 Target gift card. These are the perks that pushed me to shop there. So maybe we'll be seeing more of these in the future, but definitely a reason to shop at Target for 7 days. And then, of course, July 16th and 17th is Prime Day. So starting off with Circle Week, and then the week after, you're gonna get Prime Day. So a lot of shopping. Are those Saved by the Bell socks? A lot of shopping in July. Look at these classic VHS. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? $4.99. Caddyshack, is that unopened? $4.99. Still has the plastic over it, the 9 to 5. And I just saw one of my favorite Tom Hanks movies. Ooh, almost lost it. Let's see what some of the Sega carts are going for. $24.99 with the case for Sonic the Hedgehog, Royal Rumble, Super Nintendo. Was that Ken Griffey Jr.? Super Star Wars Empire Strikes Back might be my favorite Super Nintendo game, along with NBA Live 95. Like those, they got NBA Live 97. Live 95 and the Empire Strikes Back, these are classic. Oh, the Friday the 13th for $15.99. I was thinking when the next Friday the 13th would fall, kind of doing the math, and it doesn't look like it's going to be in the next month or two. But you know, it takes me back to, you know, being a kid, the fear of like watching like a scary movie. You know, it would always air like on Friday the 13th, late 80s, early 90s. I don't know if they do that anymore. Check this out. Remember we saw Sue Storm at GameStop. Is this the same one? I'd have to look at the packaging. Like, is this the same, or is this okay? So KB Toys, look at this. Like a reason just to pick this up. See that KB Toys tag right there, man. You got Reed Richards right there, Mr. Fantastic. Look at this. Oh, and a ton of Star Trek The Next Generation plus. Nice little logo there. So, you know, the FOMO kicks in again with the ALP. Really got to think hard about this weekend. I'm going to wait till the 11th hour. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to wait till the last possible minute to make that decision. I just got one of these Riddlers for my stepmother was left over, and seeing what they go for, $8.99. It's in the package. I mean, pretty impressive that Batman Forever, you know, talking, what is this, 95, still in the package. I'll just show it, maybe in the bonus scene I'll show my Riddler. But yeah, Jim Carrey. And always on the hunt, and I know, you know, to check Marketplace and other venues. I guess you probably pay more for like a PlayStation 4 here, but just keep my eye out. They do have an Xbox for $100, but yeah, not too many consoles. Get Westbrook, $20. Like, the nostalgia overload in here. It's been a while since we stopped at half-price books. What is this? The Batman, so the Funko strategy game here, all Batman. And of course they have plenty of comic books here. The last thing I need to do is start collecting comic books right now with some Star Wars in the front. What is this, a puzzle? Is this a Judge Dredd puzzle or a game? Oh, the game of crime fighting in Mega City 1. So yeah, look, Judge Dredd. I always come across the coolest stuff in here. They got a Suicide Squad movie poster. Actually, Suicide Squad 2. Like, this is the sequel. You have the Peacemaker there. And the Marvel Superheroes Adventure Book Captain America. Like, this is something that I'd read. You know, if I was a kid, you know, and I had to pick out a book, yeah, I'd be Captain America. I think that was those Fantastic Four. I think that was the coolest thing that we saw in there. I mean, I almost got Thane, like, you know, we got the X-Jet. Another thing is that we might have to be, we might be showing off the X-Jet at the end of the video. I think it's getting delivered today. It might have actually been delivered, but wow, they had some good stuff here. Since we're on a nostalgia kick, 20 Woot, which you might remember, is selling those Capcom Legacy and Midway Legacy Arcade1up cabinets. Like, they're the last retailer to carry them. Is running some deals on t-shirts, $5.99 to $15. There's some great looking t-shirts on here. It can get dangerous. I mean, this is the most dangerous part of the year. Like, this might actually be more costly than the actual Black Friday, like July. Holy cow. I mean, we're still a couple of days away, but I saw a couple of shirts on here. I want to give another shout out to Mikey for sending me this link. Like, holy smokes. Now, if you want to take part in the Circle Week, you gotta be a member. You just sign up, it's free, unless you want the 360 membership, which I think is $50. Keep striking out on those large Captain America shirts for the 4th of July. I don't think I'm gonna find one in time. All I see are those medium and extra large. And going back to that 360, it is $50 for the annual membership, which it kind of works like the whole Prime. This is what I saved being a Circle member for this year. Now, I don't know how many points I've built up, because you can see I clearly spent my rewards already, but I like that we'll be able to build up some more in the upcoming Circle Week. I hope it carries on, because if it does, I'll shop here a lot more. Now, I did clip the bonus 10% off for the Tech Toys, Sports, and Entertainment Target Circle, which expires June 29th, which is Saturday. Today's Thursday, the 27th. Probably at midnight, I'm guessing it will go until. You can use it on an Arcade1up. So this is the difference between Target Circle and some of the coupons that like Kohl's has. 10% works here, it doesn't work at Kohl's, but you get the Kohl's cash. It's kind of a vice versa. But if you are looking for Arcade1ups and aren't too confident that some of those here aren't going to drop in July, 10%. So just to factor that in, if you're a Target Circle member, they give you a 5% off for your birthday. This is 10%, so 5% off of an Arcade1up is probably like $22, $27. Go the 10%, you're looking at $50. So I mean, it makes a difference. Take $50 off, it's still a little high. If I'm looking at Shack Jam at $5.99, $5.50, it's still not the ideal buy for me. But if you're on the hunt for something and you want to get the 10% off, I don't think we'll see additional 10% during Circle Week. You know, it's kind of like, do you take the deal now or do you chance it? There's that whole, you know, FOMO, the fear of missing out. And then I heard FOBO today, which is the fear of a better offer. And I said I was going to use that. Like, I like FOBO. Like, that's a great point. Like, you know, looking at something if you see something you want, get it, because, you know, if you're worried that it's, you know, if you wait, it's going to be a cheaper price, you might miss out altogether. I haven't seen these Nintendo lamps for the longest time. They have 2 of them here. This area, and I think I stated this a couple of weeks ago, used to be so much built up. Like every Target you go to, there was other stuff. There was My Arcade type stuff. Now it's just kind of like overruled by Nintendo and a little bit of Sega. But yeah, this is classic. It's been forever. I mean, just to get that actual, you can even press the buttons, Nintendo controller that would just dig into the palm of your hand. Like when you're playing, like those corners, like so uncomfortable. And up to toys, like waiting for Circle Week will be a great time to pick up some of this stuff. This was the Target that Sheldon Cooper was at. So Quarter Deck, if you're watching, this is the Target by Farm and Fleet in Waukesha, right? And the borderline of Brookfield. This is the only one I've seen this figure. Like and it's the only one here. So if you're looking for it, maybe Circle Week, you know, pick that up, get additional maybe 30%. I don't think everything's going to be 50% off, but a lot of the toys will be discounted. Going back to that Optimus Prime we saw, the Target Optimus Prime, $59.99. If we could take a discount on that one, yeah, even I might pick that one up. I mean, $60 is a lot for that. You don't see too many of the purple Batman Beyond Batarangs. I see a lot of red ones. Can't believe these are still around. Oh, the Beastie Boys. When I went to the Kenny Chesney concert a couple of days ago, Zac Brown Band played right before Kenny came out, and they did Sabotage. I didn't get any video on that song because it just sounded like a lot of screaming. I did get a couple other songs. I did a Queen Bohemian Rhapsody, but yeah, it's cool when you go to a concert and they play something that they usually don't, you know, they don't have on their albums. Every time I've gone, there's always been one song. It's like, whoa, they're doing this one. Target has the 10% off until Saturday night on most of the Arcade1up. So if you see something and you don't think, you know, and some of this is priced just ridiculous, okay, but you know, if there's a couple of things like X-Men for $4.99 or Simpsons, maybe not the worst to pull the trigger on there, because we don't really know what's going to drop next week. But stuff like this, I don't think it's going to get much lower. So that's why it's kind of off the table with me. Casinocade not discounted anymore, but pretty much everything else you're able to use that 10% on. And if Iron Man lasts, you know, this is saying a lot. If they're still here, I'll come back and get it. If there's a little bit of a discount, down from $24.99. And again, not everything's gonna have, you know, 50%, but a lot of the toys will be discounted. And maybe, just maybe, we'll pick one of these up for a little less. Let me know your thoughts on the NOD sale, up to 46% off, and then they show you those epic deals. So I'm really skeptical on this. We'll see if we see anything better. Been a busy week running around just talking about all the deals, all the incentives going on that, man, I kind of forgot how good a sales. Look at this mosh pit over here, like people just cutting through. I hate that. I had no idea that we get these prices. Like, this is crazy. Like, I've been thinking the At Games NOD and, you know, the Prime Days, we just talked about that. Now Circle Week and 10% off Arcade1ups today. It's just, it's like, when do you pull the trigger on some stuff, and do you at all? And it's crazy, guys. This summer is gonna be expensive, and we said that yesterday. Got a lot to think about. Again, I'm gonna make all my decisions late. Like, we probably won't talk any more deals. I just want to get your thoughts on the At Games. What do you think of the sales? You know, does anything strike you at Target being 10% off? Tech Toys, Arcade1up, any of that stuff? If you're a Circle member, just clip that coupon and use it at checkout. Or do you hold out? I think I'm gonna take a little break from Target for a little bit, man. We've been here a lot, and yeah, this parking lot was crazy coming in here. It was crazy walking out, so I'm kind of Target out right now, but I'm looking forward to some of the deals. And I'm also looking forward to to really seeing what At Games is charging. I want to thank everybody for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Check it out, the X-Jet is here, and I'm a little disappointed because they put the shipping label right there. Like, you know, I didn't know what I was really going to do with this, if I was going to keep it or give it for Toys for Tots. What do you think, Mr. West? Is this a keeper? I can't really like re-gift it now when it has that shipping label on there. How are we going to pull that off? And the funny thing is Kelly brought it in, so she's probably like, yo, the last thing he needs is something, another action figure here. So thanks, Amazon, for not camouflaging this. I mean, come on, look at this. We're gonna wreck the box. Try to take it off. If I can get this clean, usually if I do keep it, I've been keeping everything in the package. Oh, we got this too. Come on. Storm, what the heck? The best I can do. I'm having like Turtles in Time marquee flashbacks all over again. I don't know, I might just plus this, like, you know, we have that I shouldn't complain, like I didn't buy it for the box, but I was thinking about just giving for Toys for Tots, but I don't know, maybe I'll just hold on to it. Maybe this is the one case. I only spent $16.49 on here. $16.89, something like that. And this is the Riddler. We got the we have the Star Trek vibes, guys. I'm, you know, is that a spoiler alert? I'm not sure, but this is what I was talking about. This is the Riddler I have. Let me get another light. So my stepmom passed a couple of months ago. Her dad owned this. This might be the exact same. I'm gonna have to watch when I edit. This might be the exact same figure now that I look at it. Her father owned a toy store, so throughout the years I've gotten some stuff, and this was one of the last toys in the basement. So they asked me if I wanted it. I said, yeah, of course I'll take it. It's Batman Forever, Jim Carrey Riddler. So yeah, still in the package.